So we are analyzing how the sounds work together, the patterns or structures, that we use in order to join sounds. No, for example, last session we were talking about the function of some consonants. No, we were talking about the syllable structures, and we saw that the nucleus of a syllable is a vowel sound, right? And
Teacher.
yeah, tell me.
Yes, teacher. We remember that the vocal is a nucle of the syllable. Yes.
Yes, that's right. No, the vowel, remember, the vowel is the nucleus of the syllable. No, but there are some cases, no, that we are going to change this pattern, no? And some consonants are going to have the role of the vowel sound in making a syllable. And some consonants are going to be syllabic, no? Syllabic consonants. Can you remember about it? What is a syllabic consonant? And which are these consonants which are syllabic? Can you tell me? Good morning, good afternoon. Sorry, let's say good afternoon. So nobody. Syllabic consonants. Yeah. So
The syllable, sorry,
yeah,
the
tell me.
syllable, the syllables that contain a vowel sound.
Yeah, this, remember, the vowel is a nucleus of a syllable, but sometimes a consonant sound is going to replace the vowel sound. So that's why we call these consonant sounds syllabic consonants. Remember, syllabic consonants are the consonants which are going to replace the role of a vowel sound. And which are these consonants? Can you remember? Which consonants are going to replace to the vowel sound? The function, no? We are talking about the function of a vowel sound. Can you remember which were the consonants?
T, D, T, D, P,
Not
but
exactly. These are the sounds that are going to be followed, no, by these consonants. But don't forget, the consonants which are going to be syllabic are the consonant O, N, So we have these three consonants. These may have three consonants. O, remember the consonant O, the consonant and the consonant and don't forget. So for example, in the word seven, no, remember this example, seven. So we replace here the N consonant is the nucleus of the second syllable, no? We omit the schwa because remember that this is a rule, no? When we have two or three syllables, there is one syllable which is going to be stressed. There are some words that you could have two. For example, then we are going to talk about this. When we have two stresses in a word, two syllables which are going to be stressed. So, but most of the time you have just one syllable which is stressed. So the other vowels and the other syllables, they are gonna have the sound schwa usually, no? Most of the time they have the schwa, and the rule says too that when we speak fluently, we are going to omit the schwa, the vowel schwa, and in that case, the consonant sound is gonna be the nucleus of a syllable, but not all the consonant sounds. No, we have just three: L, M, and these three consonants which are going to be syllabic, no? Then we were talking about clusters. Can you remember what is a cluster? A cluster? What is a cluster?
A group of sounds.
Yes. Which sounds?
Um,
What kind of sounds? A group of sounds, yes, perfect. But what kind of sounds? Vowel sounds or consonant sounds?
consonant sounds.
Yes, very good. Consonant sounds. Remember, a cluster, don't forget about this name. Now, for example, here, you can see on the screen. Oh, just give me a second. Yeah. So we were talking about here, no, in this part, consonant clusters. Remember that in English, no, what is the pattern in English of consonant sounds? At the beginning, we have, what is the maximum number of consonants at the beginning? How many? How many consonants can we place at the beginning of a word, of a syllable?
Three
Three.
consonants. Three.
Yes. That's good, Lucy.
Bro, spray.
Three consonants. And at
Yeah.
the end?
The same.
At the end of the syllable, at the end of the word, how many consonants can we place? Sounds. Remember, we are not talking about letters. Sounds. How many? One more. Three at the beginning?
The same. Three. Three
Not
too?
exactly, not exactly. One more.
Four.
Four, yes. That's it. Four consonants at the end, three at the beginning. So we call these clusters. So we have clusters at the beginning of a word, clusters at the end of a word. And notice here the last part that we saw the last session, we saw clusters within and across. Within, remember that it means that inside a word, no? Inside a word. And across, between words, no? When you have two words together and they belong to the same speech unit, so you're going to join 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 consonants together. All right, so it happens because we have two words and these two words belong to the same speech unit. No, so in order to refresh the last part, in order to refresh this part, here you have this, not this short conversation. Can you remember about this short conversation that we saw the last session? So notice in this short conversation, we have some things that we need to do if we want to speak fluently. Notice, this is in order to speak fluently, connected. No, remember that these are called the features of connected speech. All right, the features of connected speech. In a more technical name, no, we call this phonological processes. All right? Don't forget it. Don't forget it. In a colloquial way, features of connected speech. In a technical way, phonological processes. No, this is more a scientific term, no? Phonological processes. In a colloquial way, in a normal way, we call this features of connected speech. So what does it mean? Features of connected speech. It means that we are going to use some strategies, no? We call like this, no? Some strategies, some techniques in order to speak fluently, connected, not separated. So you're going to connect words. All right, so you can speak fluently with no so many pauses. All right, so this is the purpose. No, when you do that, you can have your accent more like a native speaker, no? Because native speakers, they usually use these features of connected speech when they speak in a daily day, right? So in every day. So they used to speak in this way. So we need to try to do the same, no? In order to have this accent. Remember what I told you the last classes too, no? If you pronounce a word, you can pronounce this word in a normal way, in a slow way, or you can pronounce this word in a connected way or in a fluent way. So if you pronounce in a slow way, that's good, that's perfect. I'm not saying that you're pronouncing in a wrong way. No, 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 no. But if you want to sound more like a native speaker, so try to do this, all right? Try to do this. So in order to remember, what are the features of connected speech? Can you remember? What are the features of connected speech? In the
Yes,
previous,
teacher. For
yeah.
example, when you omit the sound, when you connect the speech, when you made the assimilation, and the other
Excellent.
is It's like a fusion. Is gemination?
Yeah,
Like a fusion?
gemination. Aha,
Gemination.
gemination. Yes, you're right. You're right. So notice you are going to omit sounds. You are going to link sound or join. No, link is similar to
Mhm.
say join. You're going to link sounds. You are going to change sounds. This is assimilation. No, remember, in simple words, assimilation is to change. You're going to alter sounds. So you're going to change one sound to become similar to another sound. That's why we call assimilation. No? We are going to assimilate one sound to another. And we saw three different ways of assimilation, no? Progressive, regressive, and reciprocal. For example, let's analyze this conversation. Notice this is a very short conversation, just 3 lines. In the second line is just a phrase, it's not a complete, it's not a whole sentence. Notice just a phrase. So it's a very simple conversation. But notice all the things that we need to do. No, notice all the different things that we are going to do when you speak, when you pronounce, when you say these words. Let's start. Here, for example, person A says, no, first I'm going to do it slowly. Slowly. Next Friday. No, this is when you pronounce slowly. Next Friday. But what happened when you connect these two words? You're going to connect these two words. Notice here that you're going to have a cluster. All right. So you're going to have a cluster across words. Notice next Friday. Next finishes in the consonants ka, sta. And the next word Friday starts with a consonant f, r. So what are you going to do when you connect these two words? You have 5 consonants together. Ka, s, ta, f, r. So you have 5 consonant sounds together because you pronounce these two words together. You don't separate it. You don't have to say that is next Friday. No, no, no. Together. So when you connect these two words together, what you're going to do? You're going to omit. Notice now you're going to pronounce just 4 sounds, not 5. Notice the original, the normal way, you have 5 sounds. Next, you have 3 sounds, ka, sta, 3 sounds. And Friday it starts with 2 sounds, consonants. Remember, consonants, r. So we have 5 consonants together. But when you speak in a connected way, so you're going to reduce the number of consonants. You're going to omit. Notice, you're going to omit 1 consonant. And the rule says, don't forget that, the rule, the general rule says, when we have 3, 4, 5 consonants together, the consonant which is usually omitted is the consonant which is in the middle. In this case, the consonant which is in the middle is the consonant ta. You don't pronounce the consonant ta. So you just say next Friday, next Friday, next Friday. So you don't say next. Notice you don't say next Friday. No. So you just say next Friday, next Friday. No ta sound. So what are you doing here? Elision. This is called elision. But first you link. Notice, first you link the 5 consonants together, but it's too complicated to pronounce the 5 consonants together. So what do? So you don't pronounce one consonant, the middle, no? The consonant which is in the middle, in this case, ta. Notice 2 processes. In this phrase, you apply 2 processes, linking and elision. Let's pass to the other part of this sentence, this line, sorry. I'll meet you around 4. Notice, I'll meet you. I'm going to say it slowly. I'll meet you around 4. Notice the first 2 words. I'll, you have a contraction, no? I'll meet. Notice that you're going to join these 2 consonants, O from the contraction and from the word meet. I meet. Then meet you. Oh, teacher, so if I say I'll meet you around 4 is wrong? No, it's not wrong. It's okay. It's correct. But if you want to sound more like a native speaker, meet you becomes meet you. Notice, I'll meet you around 4. Meet you, meet you. So what do you do here? Notice, what are you going to do? You're going to join two sounds. Notice here, what does it says? We have the consonant ta. Notice, not the consonant ta and the consonant ya. So we have these two sounds, consonant ta plus, oh, sorry. Oh, just give me a second. The consonant ta plus the consonant ya. So we're going to have these two sounds. Notice ta and ya. And you produce a third sound, the consonant ch. Notice you produce a third sound. You combine, notice, you combine these two sounds, ta and ya, and you produce a third sound that is the consonant ch, ch, ch. How do you call this? This is assimilation. What type of assimilation? Reciprocal assimilation. When you have two sounds and produces a third one. Remember, reciprocal assimilation. We have just two cases in the English language. We have the consonant ta and ya and the consonants da and ya. Just two cases of reciprocal assimilation. You have two sounds and you produce a third sound. Notice, I'll meet you. I'll meet you. Assimilation. Notice, you're producing assimilation. Now, let's pass to the other side. Around 4. Around 4. Notice that you, oh, some people are coming. Just give me a second. I'm going to unmute them. All right, that's it. Mary and Patricia. Yeah. So notice here that we have again a cluster. All right, around 4. Yeah, around finishes in the sounds and da, and da, and so you have the other that is the sound and da. Notice we have the three sounds together and da. So what are you gonna do? Here says you're going to omit. Notice you're going to omit the sound da. Notice sound da is omitted, is left out. So you're not gonna say it. You're not gonna pronounce it. And notice the rule again, 3 consonants and the middle sound is taken out, is left out. And in this case is the consonant da. Notice here, you apply the rule. Notice the rule, 3 consonants, the middle sound disappear. Now, the other one, let's pass to the second line, by the bus station. By the bus station. So notice again that you have here a cluster. Teacher, yeah, bus stations. Notice 2 consonants, and in this case, the 2 consonants are the same. The consonant. So what are you gonna do? Notice here, what do you need to do? Just one sound is pronounced in a short length, no? One sound. So how do you call this? Gemination. This is gemination. When you have 2 consonants, they are the same, so you just pronounce one. You don't say by the bus station. No, just one bus station. You connect the 2 words together. Notice bus station as one. Bus station, bus station, bus station, bus station, bus station, but a bus station. Let's continue with the next line. Here we have more things to do. No, the art gallery. Notice art I'm saying this phrase slowly. Art gallery. Art, you have the consonant ta in art. Gallery starts with the consonant g. So we have three consonants together. But what are we going to do? Here says, what are we going to do? We are going to change. Notice, we are going to change the pronunciation of the sound ta. The sound ta is changed. And the sound ta now is pronounced like k. Ta is pronounced like k. Why, teacher? Why? Why do we do that? Why do we change the sound ta? Can you tell me? Because I want? Why? What is the reason? What is the reason? Tell me, tell me. Notice. What is the reason?
Assimilation.
Yeah, yes, yes, assimilation, but why? Why do we change ta to the sound ka? Why no s? Why no why not why ka? Why do we change the sound ta to the sound ka? Notice something important. Notice something important. Here, what is the next sound after ta? Art. What is the next sound? The sound ga, right?
Wa.
Yes, the sound ga. So remember, phonetics. Ta, remember, the sound ta is alveolar. And the sound ga is velar. So it means that you have to move your tongue forward and then put it backward, no? So you have to use your tongue in a fast way to the front and then to the back. So I think it's not so easy to do that, no? You want to speak fluently, it's not so easy to move your tongue forward and backward. Just in a few seconds, this is less than a second, no? Because you have to pronounce the words together. So, ga is going to alter, notice, the sound ga is going to make the sound ta be altered. Ga, velar, ta, alveolar. Yeah, so I'm going to change the sound ta to a similar sound to ga. What is a similar sound to ga? Is the sound ka. Ka, velar, ga, velar. So you assimilate. Notice here, ga is the mandatory sound. Remember, ga is the mandatory sound. Ga is going to alter the sound ta. How do you call this assimilation? How do you call this assimilation? You're going backward, no? Ga is the sound, the principal sound, and ga is going to alter to a previous sound. That is the sound ta. Ta is going to be changed.
Regressive.
Yes, that's it. Regressive. Remember, in English language, we have a lot of regressive assimilations. We have a huge number of regressive assimilations. This is the most common way of assimilate sounds in a regressive way. No? So when you articulate one sound, the previous sound is changed. No, the previous sound is changed. So you are going to anticipate. No, you are going to anticipate the next articulation. No, that's why the sound ta is changed to the sound ka. Let's continue. Then we have the other. Then we. So we have two consonants again. The sound n and the sound wo. N, wo. So what are you gonna do? Again, you're going to change the sounds. Notice here, the sound n is changed to the sound mm. Why? Why do we change the sound n to the sound mm? Why? Can you tell me? Nobody, nobody. Then, first slowly. Then, n, we, wo, n, wo. In a fluent, in a connected way, so you say them we, them. Notice, no, then, them we, them we, them we. It's a similar reason to the previous case. What is the mandatory sound? The mandatory sound is the sound wo, wo. Notice, wo. And wo is going to make the previous sound be changed. So this sound makes the sound n be changed. Notice, oh yeah, no, so now you say then we, then we, then we. Regressive assimilation again. Why? Because the sound wo is bilabial. And no, you have to remember that the characteristics of each sound, no? Oh yeah, wo is bilabial and n is alveolar. So you change to a similar sound to wo. In this case, is bilabial too, right? Bilabial, bilabial. So you assimilate. Notice you are assimilating. Then we, then we, then we. So your lips. You just use your lips, no your tongue. Then we, then we, then we, then we. Your tongue doesn't move here, just your lips. Then we. Now, the other one, it's a similar case again. Can collect, no? Can collect. So what are you gonna do? You're going to change again, no? The sound ka influences in the sound n, no? Notice regressive again. So the sound is pronounced with a consonant a velar sound. Connect starts with a consonant ka, that is velar, right? Ka, velar. Alveolar. Now, so I want to change it. Yeah, the previous sound is changed to anticipate the articulation of the next sound. Yeah, and no, now you say velar too. Velar, velar. Cancelet. Your tongue is back. All right, your tongue is back, not to the front. Back. Cancelet. Can. No can. Your tongue doesn't move to the front, to the back. Cancelet. Cancelet is still. Notice here. So this is regressive assimilation again. All right. This is a regressive assimilation. Notice we have here 3 cases of regressive assimilation, 1 case of reciprocal assimilation. Now, let's continue at the end. Cancolere Steve 5. So what happened here? We have elision, no? Twice. Cancole Steve. You don't pronounce the sound ta. You don't say can collect Steve. No, can collect Steve. The ta disappears. The ta sound disappears. All right? The same happens at the end, a 5. You don't say at 5. No, a 5. A 5. Notice here, you don't pronounce the sound ta. Now, listen again. In a connected way. Next Friday, I'll meet you around 4. But a bus station? No. The art gallery. The art. The art. And you don't say the art gallery. No. The art gallery. Then we can collect the 5. Notice how you pronounce these words together. Notice, again, let me tell you this. When we say connected, sometimes we confuse this term and we try to speak as fast as you can. No, the purpose here is not to speak as fast as you can. No, I'm not saying, no, the gallery is the 5. No, this is not good. All right. When I say connected means that you are not going to make so many pauses. If you notice here, you have just 2 pauses. No, 1 pause. Gallery, another pause. No more. No more. The other part is connected together. And no, the art gallery, then we can call it STF5. And then we can call it STF5. I'm not saying this expression, this phrase too fast, right? I'm making it in a normal way, but connected, not separated. All right, that's why we call this futures of connected speech. Remember, futures of connected speech, or in a more technical name, phonological processes. Remember these two names, futures of connected speech or phonological processes. So now we are going to continue talking about these things with more examples, more practice, and more theory related to these phonological processes. All right, I'm going to change my screen and I'm going to show you a web page that I gave you a few classes ago. I don't know if you have checked it out. Have you checked the page that I gave you related to the BBC Learning English? Yes? Have you checked it? Yes or no? Tell me the truth. All right. All right. Don't worry if you haven't checked it yet. I'm going to show you here. And in this webpage, this is a very useful page. I recommend you, I strongly recommend you. You can use it, you use it, please. It's free, you don't pay anything, no? And you have a lot of information, videos, quizzes, not just for pronunciation or phonetics or phonology. You have a lot of things to do here. I'm gonna share this webpage and we're going to watch some videos related to this topic. And then we're going to do the theory again. Can you watch the screen? Yes? Tell me, please. Can you watch it?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes.
right. Yeah, remember, this is the page and the BBC Learning English. Remember, yeah, don't forget it. BBC Learning English. And as you can notice, you have a lot of features here. No? You have a lot of things to do. Courses, you have some courses with different levels, basic, lower intermediate, intermediate, upper intermediate, advanced, English you need, Shakespeare's if you like literature, quizzes in order to practice your listening skill, to improve your pronunciation. So you have a lot of things to do here. But we are going to focus also, you have a grammar, vocabulary, news, business for teacher, for children. Also, it has an app, the app you have to pay, no? But the web page is completely free. So let's go to the pronunciation. Notice here in the pronunciation, it's divided in two parts. The sounds of English, this is related more to phonetics, and Tim's pronunciation workshop. This is more related to phonology, but here you have some videos related to phonetics too. Remember that phonetics and phonology have a connection because both fields of linguistics study the sound. So they are going to be connected. How they study the sound is the difference. Phonetics study the sounds in a separated way, one by one, but phonology study the sounds together, how they work together as a system. No, this is what we are doing. No, we analyze. Oh yeah, here you omit, here you have to link, here you have to change. Notice we're analyzing the sounds, but as a system, how they work together. What is the function of the sounds together? So let's see. Here you have videos, as I told you before, you have a lot of videos. You have a lot of videos that you can use it. And you also have the name, no? For example, assimilation, assimilation of ta followed by ka, elision of ha, contracted, how do you use or how do you pronounce the auxiliary have, all right, in a contracted way. Then assimilation of da and ba, would you, how you pronounce the function words. Remember that we talked about the function words are pronounced in two ways, no? Full forms and weak form. The weak form is the most common way to pronounce the function words. Then you have the gemination of ta, how to pronounce from, again, a function word, weak forms. Assimilation of s, ben, linking, notice this is another process, another feature of connected speech, linking. The article, how do you need to pronounce the article? Plosives, can, assimilation of da to ga, consonant vowel linking, pronunciation of was and where, and the conjunction have to assimilation. So notice you have a lot of videos here to watch, and then you have the sounds in isolation, how to pronounce the different vowel sounds and also the consonant sounds. So let's start watching some of these videos, right? So let's start with the assimilation, and we are going to start with the reciprocal assimilation. Please, everybody, listen carefully and watch this video.
Hi, I'm Tim, and this is my pronunciation workshop. Here, I'm going to show you how English is really spoken. Come on, let's go inside. When you meet someone for the first time, there are several things you can say. If you want to be formal, you could say, "Well, how do you do?" But there is another, less formal expression. Do you know what it is? Let's meet some of the people of London.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Well, it's nice to meet you too. Now the word meet ends in the sound t, and the word you begins with y, don't they? Or do they? Listen again, what can you actually hear when these two sounds come together?
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
In fluent speech, when one word ends in a t sound and the next begins with a y sound, like you or yours, then the two sounds come together and change to ch. So meet you becomes meet you. This is an example of assimilation. Now, you might remember that in a previous video I mentioned that the t sound can disappear in between two consonants. Well, this can still happen if the next word is you or your, but it's more usual for the t to change to ch in this case. Here are some more examples.
That shirt won't suit you.
Don't you want to come to the party?
I bet your boss doesn't know.
Can I get you anything?
Right, so you've heard the examples, and now it's your turn. Are you ready to start? Listen and repeat.
That shirt won't suit you.
Don't you want to come to the party?
I bet your boss doesn't know.
Can I get you anything?
Well done. Now remember, if you want to learn more about pronunciation, then please visit our website, bbclearningenglish.com. And that is about it from the pronunciation workshop for this week. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Ugh, that is not right. Hello?
Hello, is that Tim? It's Tom.
Oh, hi Tom. Yeah, it's Tim.
So, did you enjoy your tea?
No, it was disgusting.
Ah, that's because I put salt in instead of sugar. Gotcha!
Why, you little... I'm gonna get you. I have a very particular set of skills. Skills that make me a nightmare for someone like you. I will hunt you down. I will find you. And I will put shaving cream on your pillow. Brothers, hey? Well, I guess that goes to show you can't always get what you want. Now, time to start plotting my revenge. Idiot.
Okay, did you like the video? What do you think about the video?
It's more interesting, teacher.
Yeah, all right, a little funny too.
Funny. Yeah.
Yes, a little funny too. So notice, This is a video that is showing us how native speakers, say some words when they speak fluently. So they usually change sounds, link sounds together, omit sounds together. So notice here, for example, this is one of them, assimilation. Remember, more specific is reciprocal assimilation. Ta plus ya becomes cha. If a word ends in the sound ta and the next word begins with ya, both sounds may come together to make ch. For example, here you have, you can always get what you. Notice what you want. What you want. What you want is when, for example, when you say, oh, you can always get what you want. Yeah, it's okay. Notice, let me tell you this, teacher, if I say what you want, it's okay. Yes, it's okay. You're not doing wrong. But if you want to sound more like a native, so you say what you want. You can always get what you want. Notice, let's fast to another video. Another features of connected speech. Yeah, let's pass now to elision. All right, another process. We saw assimilation, now let's pass to elision. Elision of the sound.
Hi, I'm Tim, and this is my pronunciation workshop. Here, I'm going to show you how English is really spoken. Come on, let's go inside. Now, if you've been following my adventures in this workshop, you will know that I've had a bit of bad luck, now and then, but not half as much bad luck as this chap. Listen to what these people are saying about him.
He looks like he's had an accident.
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 Now, they all used the word he twice, but there were two different pronunciations. Listen out for them both as you watch again.
He looks like he's had an accident.
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 In fluent speech, if the word he comes at the beginning of a sentence or clause, then the H sound is pronounced. But if it comes in the middle of a sentence or clause and after a consonant, then the H sound is not usually pronounced. So he becomes E, and he looks like he's had an accident becomes he looks like he's had an accident. Now this change also happens with certain other words beginning with the H sound, like him, his, or her. Here are some more examples.
I really like his cooking.
We think he's left the country.
They let him leave early.
They offered her a promotion.
Right, so you've heard the examples, and now it's your turn. You know the drill by now. Listen and repeat.
I really like his cooking.
Notice here, I really like his, the slow way is I really like his cooking. But when you say it fluently, connected, so you say, I really like his, like his, like his. So the sound ha is not pronounced. I really like his cooking, like his, and you link. Like his. I really like his cooking.
We think he's left the country.
Again here, we think his. No, in a slow way you say, we think he's left the country. It's okay. Don't forget it. Oh, Mr. Gation told me that you don't have to pronounce that. This is wrong. No. It's not wrong. You say, we think he's left the country. It's okay. It's perfect. But native speakers usually omit this sound when it's a consonant before. Notice, and it's in the middle of a sentence. Don't do that at the beginning. If the word appears at the beginning, You cannot do that. If the word appears in the middle of a sentence and it's before a consonant sound, not letter, sound, so you omit and you say, we think is, we think is, we think is, kiss. You join the two words, think is, think is, think is. We think is left the country. We think is left the country. Notice.
They let him leave early.
Again, here you have let him. No, in a slow way, you say, they let him leave early. They let him early. Yeah, it's okay, it's perfect. But in a natural way, so you omit the sound ha, and you say they let him, and you flat also the sound ta, no? You don't say they let him, no? Let him. No, you want to be here more like a native speaker, no? They let him leave early. Let him, let him. No ha sound, you flat the sound ta, and you join the two words, let him, let him. Say, let him leave early.
They offered her a promotion.
Again here, offered, notice offered, finishing the sound da, offered her. They offered her a promotion. So what do? They offered her, they offered her, they offered her, der. Notice the sound da is joined with the sound offered her, offered her. They offered her a promotion. They offered her a promotion. Notice here that you don't pronounce the sound ha.
Well done. Now remember, if you want to learn more about pronunciation, then please visit our website, bbclearningenglish.com. And that is about it from the pronunciation workshop for this week. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Now, that man in the photograph, his head looked a bit sore, which reminds me, saw! I love DIY. Actually, I am a bit accident prone, but my twin, Tom, is very good with his hands. I think I'll give him a ring and ask for his advice. Ow! Ah! Every time.
All right, now so here you have the short explanation, pronouncing he. Remember, he, him, her. So these words are usually pronounced in a different way when they are in the middle, remember, in the middle of a sentence or close and after a consonant. Don't forget about this rule. In the middle of a sentence, here says, in the middle of a sentence or close and after a consonant. This is the rule. The ha is often not pronounced. The same is true for words like his, him, her. No? For example, I think I'll give him a ring. No, this is a normal pronunciation. No, I think I'll give him a ring. So now, in a connected way, in a fluent way, so you say, I think I'll give him a ring. Giving. Notice no ha. So you omit the sound ha. All right? The ha is not pronounced. And the ha is not pronounced. So you omit that. Giving. And you link. Notice. And you link the two parts. Giving. I'll giving a ring. I'll giving a ring. And notice here that you're doing two futures of connected speech. First, elision, and then linking. All right? Okay, so here you have more videos. You have a lot of videos to watch. So I recommend you to use this web page. This is very, very useful for you. It's going to be very helpful for you if you want to practice your pronunciation. And also, as I told you, it's not just related to pronunciation. You have a lot of things. So I advise you to check out this web page. Also, you have here a test that you can measure your level. You have some English class. You have a lot of things to do, all right? So it's very, very helpful for you. Okay, so let's go back to your materials. I'm going to change again my screen. And let's go back to the material. Just give me a second. All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, let's pass to one of the common features of connected speech. And this is very common in function words. Yeah? In function words. The famous process of weak forms. What is a weak form? Weak form means that you're going to reduce the vowel sound. In other books, you call this vowel reduction. Yeah? Remember, vowel reduction. So we are going to reduce the vowel sound. So let's see here. Remember that we are going to do this in function words. What are the function words? Can you remember? What are the function words? Here you have in this table the function words. What are the function words? Pronouns, possessive determiners, each other, one another, the articles, a, and, thou, the determiners, some and any, the indefinite pronouns, somebody, anybody, someone, anyone, something, anything. When they are used as the object of a sentence, object of a sentence, not as a subject, as the object of a sentence, they're used to introduce a sentence. The auxiliary verbs be, have, do, and the modal verbs shall, should, can, could, etc., except in negative forms, prepositions, conjunctions. So notice all the function words that we have in the English language. Pronouns, possessive determiners, indefinite pronouns, auxiliary verbs, prepositions, conjunctions. So why do we call these words function words? Because they don't have a definition. They don't have a content. These words just help us to join the content words. What are the content words? Content words are the nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. So these words, content words, the name says all, they have a content. They have a meaning. No, horse, teacher, school. So you can define, right? You can define these words. Oh yeah, school is a place that you go to study. Oh yeah, teacher is a person who teaches something. And notice, you can define the word. These words have a definition. But can you define a pronoun? Can you give me a definition of an article? Can you give me a definition of a preposition? No, right? They don't have a content. They don't have a definition. So these words just help us to connect the content words. That's why we call them function words. Now, here, for example, let's pass to the examples. Personal pronouns. I, me, we, us, you, he, him, she, her, it, they, them. Could be subject or object pronouns. No, we have these kind of pronouns. Subject, object pronouns. For example, notice here the capital letters. The capital letter in the first sentence, no, this is a very simple sentence. She saw me. And this is related to the stress. Now here we are going to analyze the stress in sentences. So generally, remember this rule, when we pronounce or when we say, when we speak sentences or utterances, the words which are usually stressed are the content words. That's why you have here in capital letters. So it means that you're gonna stress the word saw. You say, she saw me. You don't say, she saw me. No, you don't say that, right? Or she saw me. No. So you say, she saw me. Notice the stress. And this sentence is the content word. So, but let me tell you, usually, most of the time, not always, because then we're going to see in which situations the function words are going to be stressed. But generally, content words have the stress in a sentence. So you say, she saw me. All right? The other, he's my brother. Notice, where is the stress? Brother. No he, no is, no my, brother. He's my brother. The other, they were hitting each other. The verb, the main verb, no the auxiliary, no, because this is past continuous. So the verb be is the auxiliary verb of the ing verb, no? So which word is stressed here? Hit, hit. The content word, no function words. Notice they were hitting each other. It's an all. Again, it's an all. The word all that is a noun is a stress. No the preposition, oh sorry, no the pronoun, the verb be, or the and is the article, no? The other example with the determiners, do you want some? Do you want some? The other sentence, I didn't see anyone. I didn't see anyone. There's some cake left. There's some cake left. He was late. He was late. I can hear it. I can hear it. They're from Spain. They're from Spain. He's older than me. He's older than me. So notice here, this is a rule related to the stress. Remember, yeah, the stress and the intonation that you give when you speak. The general rule says that content words are usually stressed. Function words, no. But there are some cases that we are going to give stress to function words. Now, so when we have these kind of words in this way, we usually use, notice, we usually use the weak form of these words, not the strong form. So that's why here says, no, some of these function words have a weak form and a strong form. The weak form is the usual pronunciation. Notice, the weak form is the usual pronunciation. But the strong form is used when the word is prominent, set on its own, and at the end of a sentence. So in these three cases, I'm going to give a stress to function words. Notice, the first case when it's prominent, set on its own means that it's alone. There is no any other word around this word. It's just a function word. And the third case is when they appear at the end of a sentence. Notice the examples below in the table. You have here in the second column the weak form, and in the third column the strong form when they are stressed. Remember, the weak form is the way that we pronounce this word the most. And the strong form in just these three cases that we have seen before, when they are prominent, when they are set on its own, and when they are at the end of a sentence. So notice here, the following, let's start with the first one. I'm going to mark it. Yeah, let's start with this first case. The following have weak forms with the sound, this is the schwa. Remember, this is the schwa. This is the common vowel, the schwa. All right? This is the schwa. So remember the rule. We use this vowel when it is unstressed, in a syllable which is unstressed. And we usually use this vowel in function words. This is another reason why this sound is the sound that English speaker uses the most. But remember that in the same case, this is the sound that we are going to take out the most. It's something contradictory, no? So here we have the, an, but, that, then, your, them, us, ought, for. So notice here that we have prepositions, pronouns, articles, auxiliaries. So we are going to use the weak form when we pronounce these words usually, all right? Let's start, or let's pass to the second column. Here you have the normal, the usual pronunciation of these words. I can swim. Can, can. With the schwa, notice, with the schwa, I can swim. I can swim. This is for you. This is for you. For, the schwa. This is for you. Now, let's pass to the third column. I can come after all. Notice how do you change, how do you change the pronunciation? Here you use the schwa, can. And here you use the can. I can come after all. Notice how you change the pronunciation. Remember, the first one, the second column, is the usual pronunciation. Is the usual pronunciation. So we're going to pronounce this usually using the weak form. But you could use the strong form when this word is prominent, set on its own, or at the end of a sentence. What does it mean, prominent, teacher? Prominent. What is prominent? Prominent is when you give emphasis. For example, in this sentence on the third column, I can come after all. So you're emphasizing that you're capable of doing that. You're able to do that. So you emphasize, I can come after all. So notice you are giving a stress to the function word, but in the previous sentence, can is not stressed. The stress is in the word swim. I can swim. I can swim. The stress is in swim. But in the second sentence, the stress is not in the verb come. The stress is in the word can, because you are emphasizing. So it means that you are making this word prominent. All right? You are making this word prominent. I can come after all. So note, and you change the pronunciation. In the first one, that is the most used, is the weak, can. And the second, can, with the vowel can. I can come after all. The second case, this is for you. This is for you. Now, who's it for? Here you pronounce clearly, for. Who's it for? Why? Because it's at the end of a sentence. For is at the end of the question. That's why you give emphasis, you give a stress. You give a stress to this word. So notice the changes in the pronunciation. Let's continue with the other case. Oh, sorry. I have a mistake with the symbols. Just give me a second. Yeah, all right. Yeah, notice the second case. You have here she, he, we, you are pronounced with reduced vowels. Notice reduced vowels in their weak form. No, the normal pronunciation is she, he, we, you, or you could say yeah. Notice yeah. Are you tired? Are you? You could say, notice that you could say, are you tired? That's okay. But also you can use the weak form, the reduced form. Remember, you reduce the vowel from U, you change it to Are you? Are you tired? Are you tired? And notice that you're using the weak form. The stress is in the word tired because it's an adjective. Are you tired? Are you tired? Now, let's pass to the third column. Who did it? You? Notice this word appears alone. This is the second case, no? Said on its own. Yeah, it means that you just say this word. There are no any other words, all right? Just you. So it has a stress. It's prominent. And you produce with a strong form. You. Who did it? You. You use the full or strong form, not the weak form. But remember, we mostly use the weak forms when we speak fluently. Let's continue with the third one. The third case. Here, his, her, he, him, her, has, had are often pronounced with a ha. No, this is what we saw in the video. In their weak forms, except at the beginning of a sentence. So don't do that at the beginning of a sentence, in the middle of a sentence, and when it's after a consonant sound, no? And you use the reduced form. Was he there? I'm going to say it slowly. Was he there? Now, in a fluent way, was he there? Was he? Just E. No ha sound. Was he there? Was he there? Was he? Was he? Was he? No, was he? But remember, if you say was he there, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Your pronunciation is okay. It's good. But native speakers, they usually omit the sound ha. Was he there? Now, notice the strong form. He was there. Notice at the beginning of the sentence, you use the strong form. He was there, but she wasn't. Notice she wasn't. You use the strong form. So notice here, yeah, these rules related to weak forms. Remember, we apply weak forms to function words. Don't forget about it. Function words are usually pronounced with a weak form, but there are some cases that you're going to use the strong form. 3 cases: when they are prominent or emphasized, when they are said on its own or alone, they are alone, and when they appear at the end of a sentence. Just these 3 cases, you use the strong form. Remember, you use the strong form. Now, let's continue. For example, here you have more examples. Slow speech, I'm going to make it bigger. Just give me a second. Slow speech and fast speech or connected. No, I don't want to use it fast because sometimes we get confused. I have to say it fast, 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 fast. No. The purpose is not to say it too fast. Connected. Don't forget it. So I'm going to make it bigger. Yeah. Notice here these sentences. Slow speech. When are you taking him to see her? So when are you taking him to see her? This is a slow speech. It's okay. I'm saying that again. It's okay. It's perfect. Your pronunciation is perfect. You say, when are you taking him to see her? That's okay. If you don't make any pauses, that's okay. But notice now in a connected way. When are you taking to see her? When are you taking to see her? Taking, notice, you reduce, are you, when are you, when are you taking to see her? See her, see her, take him, no, take him to see her. Notice how you reduce, you connect the words together. This is very important. Let's pass to the other one. First, a slow speech. There are some over there. No, there are some over there. Now, together, there are some over there. There are some over there. Notice that 3 words, there are some, becomes just one. There's some over there. Notice how you're going to reduce, you're going to connect words together. Function words, remember, this is a rule. We generally use the weak forms in function words. Don't forget this rule, please. Now, let's pass to another process. We finished with the weak forms. This is vowel reduction, remember, vowel reduction. Now we're going to pass to linking. Linking sound. Remember, when we talk about linking, means that we are going to connect. We're going to join sounds together. All right. For example, in the title, you have one evening, one evening. Stop now. Go away. So you're going to join the 2 sounds. One evening. Stop now. Go away. go away. Notice that I'm going to introduce a sound to connect the two vowels. Go away, go away, go away. Notice here in fluent speech, words within a speech unit, remember, now words within a speech unit are usually said without a break. No pauses, right? No pauses. The sound at the end of a word is linked to the sound at the beginning of the next, so that there is a smooth connection, soft connection between them. Let's start with the first case. What is the first case of linking? And it's very common. This one. Consonant, remember, linked to a vowel sound. So the first case of linking, and it's the most common, is a consonant sound. I'm going to write it here. A consonant sound. Yeah, so you're going to join a consonant sound plus a vowel sound. This is the first case of linking. Consonant, one word finishes in a consonant sound and the next word starts with a vowel sound, you put it together. So the consonant sound at the end of a word is linked smoothly to a vowel sound at the beginning of the next. So notice here the examples. One finishes in the sound n. Evening starts with a vowel e. One evening, one e, one e, one evening. Don't separate them. Yeah? One evening. The other, a serious accident. No, this is in a separated way. A serious accident. Now, together, a serious accident. Sa, sa, sa. You join the consonant in the previous word with the vowel in the next word. So, sa, a serious accident, a serious accident, a serious accident. Notice how you join together. The other, the exact opposite. The exact opposite. Now, together, the exact opposite. Opposite. You join the consonant in the previous word with the vowel in the next word, and you make a new syllable. The exact opposite. 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 You don't separate them. All right? The exact opposite. One again. One more time. One evening. One evening. A serious accident. A serious accident. The exact opposite. The exact opposite. Notice you are going to link. Yeah, remember, this is the first case of linking and it's the most common of them. Consonant plus vowel. Let's pass to the other one. The second case. When a word ending with a consonant sound is followed by a word beginning with another consonant sound, there is no break between them. So here you have the other case of linking. Consonant plus consonant. I'm going to write it here. Consonant plus consonant. Remember, consonant plus consonant. But when they belong to the same speech unit, remember, when they belong to the same speech unit. So, although the first consonant sound may change its pronunciation a little to make it easier to move to the next consonant sound. That's why you have the regressive assimilation or progressive assimilation, or the progressive assimilation, no? When you have these cases of consonants together, in order to make them easier to pronounce, so you are going to alter one of these consonants and you can pronounce them smoothly, no? With no interruptions, no breaks. Let's start with the examples. A warm breeze, a warm breeze, a warm breeze, together, not separated, together. I've seen it, I've seen it, I've seen it. Starting tomorrow, starting tomorrow. So you join, notice, you join the two consonants. Now, notice also that when a word ending with one of the consonants, pa, ba, ta, ka, ga, is followed by a word beginning with a different one of this, or or n, no air is released at the end of the first consonant, and there is a smooth change to the second. Remember when we talk about in phonetics, and also we call this in phonology the term aspiration? Can you remember about it? Aspiration? No, remember that sound? The example that I gave you with a piece of paper. You put a piece of paper in front of your mouth in order to produce the consonant pa. Notice this is my paper. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So consonant pa, the paper moves. So we call this release of air aspiration. So here says that you are not going to release air. Stop now. Stop now. Stop now. Notice stop. You don't say stop now. Stop now. No. No release, no aspiration. You change the sound. You change the sound. You're creating an allophone. No? Remember that. An allophone. Stop now. Stop now. Stop now. Stop now. So notice you don't release the air. Hurtle, hurtle, hurtle. You don't say hurt, hurt. No, hurtle, hurtle. Make bread. Make. You don't say make bread. No, make bread. No, you say make bread, make bread. So it's soft. The sound ka is soft. No aspiration. Make bread, make bread, make bread. Because you are putting these sounds together. All right, you're putting these sounds together. So don't forget about it. It happens with the plosive ones. No? Notice plosives. Pa, ba, ta, da, ka, g. Plosive sounds. So they don't have aspiration. All right, you don't release the air in these sounds. So this is the second case. Remember, the first case, consonant plus vowel. The second case, consonant plus consonant. Now, let's pass to another case of linking. The next case of linking is when a word ending with a consonant sound is followed by a word beginning with a same consonant sound. One lengthened consonant sound is made. So when the two consonants are the same, remember, when the two consonants are the same, so here you have the first consonant is the same, so you're going to produce just one consonant sound, no? You just produce one consonant sound. All right? So you just produce one consonant sound. So how do you call this? This is called gemination. Remember, this is gemination. I'm going to write it here. This is called gemination. This is one way of linking sounds, no? Two consonants, they are the same. You just produce one consonant sound. For example, some milk. Remember, sounds, not letters. Sounds, some. You don't pronounce the letter E. Some. It finishes in the sound and the next word starts with the same consonant sound. Some milk, some milk. The other one, glorious, finishes in the sound s. Sunshine starts with a sound s, s, s. So you just say one s, and you say glorious sunshine, glorious sunshine, glorious sunshine. No two s, no, one s. The other one, it's half full, half full. So you don't do that. You say it's half full, half full, half full, half full, half full. Together, it's half full. Just one sound. This is gemination. It's one way of linking. Remember, this is linking, but more specifically, gemination. This is the third case. Let's pass to another case. Let's see here. Sorry, because the background music. I have a lot of background music at this time. Yeah. Notice here the other case. Vowel sounds. Now we're going to join vowel sounds. The previous one, the first one, consonant plus vowel. The second one, consonant plus consonant. The third one, consonant plus consonant. They are the same, just one consonant. The fourth case, notice the fourth case. In the fourth case, we are going to join vowel sounds. Notice here, a vowel sound at the end of a word is linked to a vowel sound at the beginning of the next by an inserted wa or ya sound. Remember this. So you are going to join, remember, we are going to join vowel sounds. I'm going to write it here. Just give me a second. Yeah, okay. So here you have, we're going to join vowel plus vowel. But in order to join these two vowels, we are going to insert a consonant sound. Notice, we're going to insert a consonant sound. So we call this, notice, this is linking, but we are going to call this in a specific way. We're going to call it intrusion. This is intrusion. Oh, sorry. Yeah. This is called intrusion, remember, or insertion. You use the insertion or intrusion. You are going to add an extra sound to connect two vowel sounds. But, oh, teacher, any consonant sound? No. You have three consonants. Here you have two, but in the next section, you have the third one. Why is it different? Because of the accent. Yeah? First, let's talk about this. And notice which consonant, what and ya. Why do we use these consonants mostly? Because they are similar to vowel sounds. Remember the consonants wa and ya, they are semi-vowels. That's why we're going to use it to connect these two vowel sounds. So we're going to use semi-vowels to connect two vowel sounds. So notice here the example. First, slowly, who is it? No, who is it in a separated way? Who is it? Now, together, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who? Notice that you are inserting the consonant wa. Who is? Who is? You don't say who is. Who is? No. Who is? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Notice that you are inserting the consonant wa to join the vowel u and the vowel e, no? Who finishes in the vowel u and is starts with a vowel e. U, e, you connect these two vowels by inserting the consonant wa. The second case, go away. Notice this is in a separated way, no? Go away. You have go, finishes in the diphthong o. Away, start with a vowel schwa. Go away. Now, together, go away. Go away. Go. Notice you are inserting the consonant wa. Go away. You don't say go away. Go away. This is separated. Go away. Yeah. It's okay. Don't forget it. You say go away. It's okay. But connect. Don't separate these two words. Go away. Go away. Go away. Wa. You are inserting the consonant wa. Let's pass to the other case. The third sentence. First, slowly. Can you see it? Can you see it? This is in a normal way, no? Now, together. Can you see it? See it? See it? Notice that you are inserting the consonant ya. See it? See it? Can you see it? Can you see it? The other one, it's completely empty. Separated, it's completely empty. Now, together, it's completely empty. Completely empty. Completely, yeah. Notice that you're using the consonant ya. Completely empty. This is called, remember, intrusion. Intrusion. Now, when do we use wa and when do we use ya? As you want? No. Here you have, notice, we use the consonant wa, remember, and notice here, we use the consonant wa when we have these vowels. When the first word finishes in the vowel u, ow, o, u, you use the consonant wa to connect to the other vowel sound in the next word, no? Remember, you use this, all right? When the word finishes in the, you're gonna use this, yeah? U, O, O, O. So you're gonna use the consonant W. Now, when do we use the consonant ya? Here you have again. The consonant ya is used to connect. Sorry. Yeah, here it is. So we're going to use it to connect the vowels when the first word finishes in the vowel E, A, I, Oi, or I. So you're going to use the consonant ya. Remember, the consonant ya. So you're going to use this. All right? So this is the rule. Now, this is the rule. What? When the first word finishes in the vowel U, ow, O, O. And ya, when the first word finishes in the vowel E, A, I, Oi, I. Don't forget it. Now, remember, this is intrusion. But there is a third case of intrusion. But teacher, what is not here together with the sound wa and ya? What it is separated? Because there is a reason, the accent. In British English, remember that they don't pronounce the final all right? They don't pronounce the final so they are going to use a lot the intrusive when they want to connect two vowel sounds. But it doesn't happen in American English. That's why it is separated, because the previous, the two, wa and ja, is used in both accents, American and British. But the third one, the intrusive is mostly used in British English, not in American English. There are a few cases in American English that you could use the intrusive For example, no, in the previous handout that I gave you, you have this common name for this serial, Law and Order, no? Law and Order. I don't know if you have seen it before. Law and Order. If you pronounce these three words together, you introduce the sound Law and Order. Laura, Laura. Notice, Law and Order. But these are just few cases. In American English, we have just a few cases of the intrusive You use the intrusive in British English the most. Why? Because they don't pronounce the final Look at the examples below. Car engine. Notice in British, as British accent. Car engine. Car. They don't say car. In American, this is car engine. So this is just linking consonant vowel, no? Car, the consonant with the vowel car engine, linking consonant plus vowel. But in British English, you insert the sound because they don't usually pronounce the in car. They say car. They don't say car. They say car. Car engine. No. Now they insert the sound and they say like American people, car engine. The same in British and American, because in this case, remember, in this case, when they have two vowels, they insert the sound and they pronounce it like American people. Car engine, car engine. In British and American, the difference just a little bit in the vowel sound, no, because the car engine in American, you use the front vowel, car, here front, car engine, but in British accent, you use the back vowel, car engine, car engine, car engine. The difference in the vowel. But the sound is pronounced the same in both American and British accent. But for British, this is intrusion. For American, no, because they pronounce the sound clearly. But British insert the sound. That's why this is in a next section, no? Because there is a difference in this intrusion, no? But as I told you, there are some cases that American people is going to insert the sound no, but it's just a few. No, it's not so common. In British English, it's so common. So you have car engine, my other uncle, pure oxygen. So you pronounce the sound. Notice you pronounce the sound in British in this case. Don't forget it. Now, Here you have these cases of linking. Remember, the first case of linking, consonant plus vowel. Second case of linking, consonant plus consonant, if they are in the same speech unit. The third case is consonant plus consonant, but when they are the same consonant and you just produce one of them, no? And you call this gemination. Then you have the other case that is vowel plus vowel, but you are going to insert an extra consonant sound, no? Mostly the semivowels, wa and ya, and don't forget it. And in British accent, we use the intrusive no? In American, not so many. No? Just a few cases of intrusive in American English. All right, now, this is the linking. Remember, linking. Now, let's continue with the other cases. Here, we're going to pass to elisions. When you leave out sounds, when you take out sounds, you don't pronounce the sounds. And mostly we're going to omit some consonant sounds. For example, here we're going to analyze the consonant ta. Yes, some consonant sounds tend to be left out in conversation. For example, I was almost left behind. I was almost left behind. I practiced football with him. I practiced football with him. Notice that we're going to omit, we're going to omit some consonant sounds. I was almost. You didn't say almost, almost, no, almost. I was almost left behind, no ta sound, left behind. I practiced football, I practiced football with him, no, with him. Notice that you are going to omit sounds, no? We're going to omit sounds. So here we're going to analyze some rules when we are going to omit the sound ta. Remember, we're talking about the consonant ta. What is the first rule? When a word with a final consonant cluster, notice, final consonant cluster ending ta is followed by another word beginning with a consonant sound, ta is often left out. So you're going to omit the consonant ta, all right? But remember, when you have in a final consonant cluster ending with ta, and the next word begins with another consonant sound, the sound ta is often omitted. Look at the example. First, slowly, last night. No, this is slowly. Last night. Now, connected. Last night. The sound ta is not pronounced. The sound ta is not pronounced. The other, he was left behind. Left. He was left behind. So you don't pronounce the sound ta, and you say he was left behind. Notice here. The other, he stopped slowly first. He stopped breathing. So you say he stopped breathing. No ta. Just act normal. This is slowly. Just act normal. So you say just a normal. Act, no ta. It kept still. No ta. I collect coins. Slowly. I collect coins. Fluent. I collect coins. Notice here that you omit the sound ta and you just produce one ka sound, gemination. So elision and gemination together. I collect coins. Ka. Just one ka. And ta is omitted. All right. Now, notice, however, there are some exceptions. However, we don't usually leave out ta before a vowel sound or ha. First of May. Now you're making linking. No elision. First of May. Why? Because consonant plus vowel, no? First of May. You bent it. Again, consonant plus vowel, bent it. Tit. You put it together. Remember, you bent it. She's left-handed. She's left-handed. Ha, ha. So you don't omit it. The other one, when the final consonant cluster is sk, we often leave out ka before a vowel and ha, and may leave out both ka and ta before a consonant. Notice what we are going to do. I asked, notice, I asked Oliver. Be careful on the pronunciation of regular past tense verb. Remember that this ed is pronounced like ta, like da, like it. In this case, the ed that you write is pronounced with a t sound. So in a normal or slow way, so you could say, I asked, notice, sk, the three sounds together. It's complicated to pronounce these three sounds together. So what do? You omit the sound ka. No? You're going to omit the sound ka. I'm going to make it bigger. So you don't pronounce, notice, you don't pronounce the sound ka. All right? No ka. You just pronounce the past tense. I asked. Notice here, I asked. Asked Oliver. Asked Oliver. And you join ta with a, ta. I asked Oliver. I asked Oliver. Notice here. The other one, I asked Brian. So what do? Now you omit ka and ta. Notice here, both sounds. You omit both sounds. I asked Brian. I asked Brian. I asked Brian. And teacher, how we are going to know if it is present or past? You say, I asked Brian. And the contest. Oh yeah, I asked Brian yesterday. Ah yeah, this is past. Notice that you didn't pronounce the ka and ta. I asked Brian. I asked Brian yesterday. Notice here, how do you know this in past? The contest yesterday. Or maybe other situation, no? Before and after speaking this expression or sentence. So you can notice if it is present or past, no? But notice that you're omitting here. Let's continue with the other one, the other cases. Yeah, here. The other one. First in a slow way, first in a slow way. He risked, and notice this is tricky to pronounce. It's so tricky. He risked his life. So what do? So you omit, notice, you omit the sound ka, and you say he risked his life, risked his, and also you omit the sound ha. He risked his life. He risked his life. He risked his life. Risked. Notice that this ed, remember that ed that you have here is pronounced with the sound ta. Remember, this ed is not risked. It's not risked. No, risked. Risked. This ed is pronounced with the sound ta. And then you have the sound ha. So you omit the sound ha and you join. He risked his life. He risked his life. Now, the other one. In the second case, you omit the two sounds. You omit the sound ka and the sound ta. Ka, ta. And you just say, here is losing. Here is losing. Here is losing. Notice what they are gonna do. Native speakers usually do these things. No, that's why that there are some times that we don't understand. No, teacher, it's too fast. No. Well. If you say, for example, here is losing. What is here is losing? Here is losing? Oh no, I can understand. Notice, it's very important to know these situations. What native speakers do. First, you improve your accent. Second, you can understand better a native speaker. You go, okay. With the practice, remember, with the practice, you have this knowledge, but if you practice, you just get this naturally, no? You don't have to think too much. Oh yeah, this is assimilation. No, because native speakers, for example, if you ask to a native speaker, a normal speaker, a common speaker, not a teacher or professor or a linguist, maybe they don't know, oh, what is assimilation? What is gemination? What is it? Here we are applying this term because we're analyzing the language, no? That's why it's linguistics, no? We're analyzing the language and we are giving some specific terms to this process, but they do it naturally. Maybe they don't know what is that, no? What is that? Alveolar, palatal. No, I don't know. They just do it, no? They just do it. So if you do that, you practice a lot, you're going to get into it. No, you just do it naturally, and you are not going to think, oh, this is assimilation, this is a elision, this is linking. Well, yeah, no. But here we're analyzing because we are studying the language. No, remember, linguistics is the analysis or study of the language. No, and here we're analyzing the sounds as a system. No, as a system. All right, so here you have this linking. Let's continue with, deletion. Let's pass to the other case of elision. Elision, we have more consonant sounds. We have the consonant da, the consonant ha, we have seen it before, the consonant o, and the consonant va. Notice here the cases. Leaving out the in consonant clusters. Remember, this is very important when we have clusters. Clusters. When a word with a final consonant cluster ending "da" is followed by another word beginning with a consonant sound, "da" is often left out, similar to the sound "ta." We have 3 consonants or 4 consonants, and the consonant "ta" or "da" is in the middle, so you omit it. An old car. Notice, an old car. So you don't pronounce the sound "d." All right? You don't pronounce the sound "d." You say an old car. The other, I change clothes. I changed clothes. Change. You don't say changed. Changed. No, I changed clothes. The other, can you find Mark? Can you find Mark? Can you find Mark? Da is not pronounced. You omit it. Notice, again, there is some exceptions. However, we don't usually leave out da before vowel sounds or ha, because you are going to link. All right, you are going to link. For example, hand it over, hand it, hand it, hand it, hand it over. They served apple pie. They served da. They served da. You join the da with the a sound. They served apple pie. They've served apple pie. She seemed happy. She seemed happy. So you don't take out or omit the consonant da. We don't usually leave out da before the sounds o, wo, and s. Do you mind walking? Notice mind, mind. You don't omit it. Huh? Do you mind walking? But notice the other expression. Do you mind giving me a lift? Here you omit da because the next sound is g. So you can omit it. Don't forget, you don't omit the consonant da when it's with the consonants o, wo, and s. You don't omit the consonant da. And here you have the other case of reciprocal assimilation. Remember that we have seen before ta plus ya. Now, what happened when we have da plus ya? Notice here, I'm going to make it bigger again. Here, had you met before? Notice I'm saying it this slowly. Had you. Notice that we have the sound da, and the next word starts with the sound ya. Had you met before? Yeah, your pronunciation is okay. If you say had you met before, it's perfect. It's okay. It's not wrong. But if you want to sound, your accent sounds more naturally, so you change. You join the sound da plus ya and becomes j, j, j. Had you, had you, had you met before? Had you been before? Similar to the previous one, not ta and ya, ch. Now this is voiceless. Now this sound is voice with vibration. Haj, haj, j, j, j. Had you met before? Had you met before? Notice? J, j, j. Now, the other one. Just give me a second. Oh, what happened here? Yeah, all right. The other one. First, slowly. I lend you one. No, this is normal. This is okay. This is perfect. Your pronunciation is okay. If you say, I lend you one, it's okay. You want to sound more like a native, so you join these two sounds and produces a third one. J. I lend you one. I lend you. I lend you. I lend you. I lend you one. I lend you one. Notice that you're going to produce a third sound. Now, don't forget that this is reciprocal assimilation, and we have just two cases in English using the affricate. Notice that you're going to use the affricate sounds. We have two affricate sounds in the English language, ch and j, ch, j. So we're going to use the affricate sounds when we produce a reciprocal assimilation. Now, let's continue with the other one, leaving out ha. We often leave out ha at the beginning of the pronouns he, her, his, him. Notice the example. I thought he was. This is a slow way, no? I thought he was. It's okay, it's perfect, but now try the other side. I thought he was. Thought it. Thought he. Thought he. No, thought he. Thought he. I thought he was. I thought he was. The other. Did you meet her? It's okay. It's perfect. Your pronunciation is okay. Did you meet her? Yeah, but now change it. Did you meet her? Did you meet her? Did you? Notice did you becomes did you. Did you? Did you? Did you meet her? Did you meet her? And the last one, ask him. This is normal. Ask him. Naturally. Ask him. Ask him. No ha song. The others with the auxiliary verbs have, has, had. First, slowly. The students have all left. No, the students have all left. Now, fluently. The students have all left. Students have. Students have. And no, students have. No, students have. The students have all left. Students have all left. The other example. Karen had already left. No, this is a normal pronunciation. No, Karen had already left. Now, fluently. Karen had already left. Karen had already left. Notice you omit the sound ha, but auxiliary, no main verbs, as an auxiliary. Yeah, don't forget it. This is past perfect. No, the previous one is present perfect. So you use have, had as an auxiliary verb. No, the main verb is left. This is a main verb. So you can omit the sound ha in the verb have or had when it's an auxiliary verb. Yeah, don't forget it. And finally, the question word who. Can you describe the person who did it? No, this is the normal slow pronunciation. Can you describe the person who did it? Now, fluently. Can you describe the person who did it? The person who did it. Notice ha is not pronounced. However, notice there's some exception. However, ha is not left out if it is stressed. Now, we were talking about it. In the weak form and strong forms. It's not left out if it is stressed or at the beginning of an utterance. Utterance is similar to a sentence, a statement. This is an utterance, but orally. It's a statement or sentence, but made in an oral way, not in a written way. It's not mine, it's his. Notice you don't omit the sound ha because it is prominent. You're emphasizing it's not mine, it's his. It's him. Has King arrived? It's at the beginning, no? Has King arrived? Who did it? It's at the beginning. Who did it? Notice that you're not going to omit the sound ha. All right? Let's pass to the other two cases of elision. Remember, this is elision. Leaving out o after o. Many speakers leave out o after the vowel o in words such as, first slowly, almost. No, you just say the sound o, no? Almost. Now, fluent, almost, almost, almost. Already, this is the slow way, no? Already. Fluent, already, already, already. No sound, notice. All right, all right. Now, fluent, all right, all right, all right. Also, 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 although, although. Now, fluent, although, although, although. And the last one, first slowly, always. No, you pronounce the sound L. Always. Now, fluent, always, always, always. Notice that you're going to omit the sound L. All right? You omit the sound O. Almost, already, all right, also, always. No L sound. I didn't pronounce the sound O, but remember, after the vowel O, when the consonant L is after the vowel O, you can omit it. You can omit it. It's not an obligation. Remember, it's not an obligation to omit the sound L. So you want it. So you want to sound more like a native speaker. Finally, this is the final point. Leaving out the in the conjunction and v in the preposition of. Remember that this preposition is pronounced with the consonant v, not with the consonant f. It's of. So before consonant sounds, n is usually pronounced n or mm. So you take out the consonants, just here the vowel and the last consonant, you just say one consonant. And of is pronounced you take out the consonant v. Notice the example. Red and blue. No, this is the normal pronunciation. Red and blue. So you say red and blue, red and blue, red and blue. Notice that you omit the sound da, and also you can omit the vowel red and red and red and red and red and blue. Now and then. Now and then. Now you say not and then, not and then, not and then. A bottle of water. No, a bottle of, a bottle of water. A bottle of water. If it is in British, a bottle of water. No? A waste of time. No? A waste of time. Now, fluent. A waste of time. A waster. A waster. A waster. A waste of time. No v sound between. And finally, before vowel sounds, an is usually pronounced an or n, but of is pronounced of. So you can omit the consonant v. No? Pen and ink. Notice pen and ink, pen and ink, pen and ink. So you omit the and you link. No? Pen and ink. Adam and Eve, Adam and Eve, Adam and Eve. A bag of apples, a bag of apples, of apples, of apples, a bag of apples, a can of oil, a can of oil, of oil, of oil. Notice you make a linking, all right? You link the two consonants together. All right, so we have seen all the major phonological processes in the English language. We have seen about the stress. Remember the phonological rule related to stress. In a sentence, we are going to stress content words, not function words, but there are some situations that you're going to stress the function words when they are prominent or emphasized, when they are said on its own, or when they are at the end of a sentence. And also you're going to use the strong form, not the weak form. We mostly use the weak form to pronounce the function words. Remember, function words are prepositions, conjunctions, articles, pronouns, determiners, auxiliary verbs, and so on. These are the function words. And then we talked about these phonological processes, no? Assimilation, elision, gemination, intrusion, linking. So don't forget about these major phonological processes. Don't forget to practice. It's very important for you to practice. You have this web page and also the audios. On the audios, you have a lot of things to practice. I advise you to record your voice. This is very important. You need to hear yourself, and you can compare with the audio that you have in the platform, right? Nate, tell me, do you want to say something?
Sí, profesor, por favor, está un poquito complicado el hecho de entenderlo así. Si nos podría tal vez al WhatsApp enviarnos un cuadrito así esquemático, algo más, como ahorita ha hecho un repasito y nos ha explicado, ¿no? Que tal cosa viene de tal o cómo se enlazan o cómo vienen, porque son hartas palabritas, hartos contra for. Entonces, para entenderlo mejor, un cuadrito, no sé si esquemático o conceptual, sería excelente más y cosa que lo captamos así, entonces ya, porque hay del weak forms, strong, se mezclan con las cosas anteriores que viene y yo al menos me pierdo, entonces creo que un cuadrito más sería excelente. Mil gracias.
All right, Nate, don't worry. I'm gonna send you in the chat. Yeah, in order to summarize all the things. Yes, I know that we have a lot of rules, a lot of situations, a lot of examples, and so it's tricky, sometimes to understand. Yeah, don't worry, Nate, don't worry. I'm gonna send you. Well, we're just getting to the end of the class of this session. Remember, with this session, we're finishing with the phonology. Next session is gonna be morphology. Morphology, it's also another interesting topic in the language, because in morphology, this is an advance, in morphology, we're going to analyze how to form words, how we are going to create words. Morphology is the study of the formation of words. So we're going to analyze some processes too. Similar to phonology, we have seen phonological processes. Now we are going to talk about, in the next part, morphological processes or word formation processes. All right? And also we are going to talk about some terms related to phonology. In phonology, we talked about phone, phoneme, allophone. In morphology, there is a similar situation we call morpheme, allomorph. So we are going to make a simile between phonology and morphology. And you've noticed there is a combination of, for example, when we apply the rule of a progressive assimilation with the S, the letter S that you add to plural, to the present simple third singular or apostrophe S, and you pronounce in 3 different ways. So you are applying morphology and also phonology. This is a morphophonological rule, all right? So next session, please don't miss it, because we're going to talk about how to make or create or form words, all right? Well, that's all for today. It's a pleasure to be with you again. Thank you for your attention. Take care a lot. See you next session. Bye-bye.